Okay, I'm live. Hopefully the internet is connecting through this. I'm outside in my backyard as I was back in March. This is what it looks like. It is June 6th, 2026. It is 10 o'clock in the morning, Central Time. That's the time zone that I live on here in Iowa, middle part of Iowa. I just live south of Des Moines, Iowa. So if you want to know where I live, this is where I live. Um, it's early in the morning, and I'm so glad that it's early in the morning because I like to get my podcast done early in the morning, as early as I possibly can. As early as I possibly can, because I just like to have the rest of my day to myself. So I have plenty of time to do a lot of stuff. I'll pull out my oracle cards today. I'll play with those. Watching videos. I want to get to my book, which I have not started yet. My Year of Wonders by Geraldine Brooks. It's a book that I'm reading about a book that I'm going to read. London in the 16th century, 15th century during a plague. Basically, this girl has all these, the rector has these people getting sick of this disease, and so they're trying to figure out how to save other people, and there's this whole story to it. So I really, really want to get to that. It's long overdue for me to actually get into the book now. I buy all my books now. I never get them from the library again because um when I do, it just feels like I have a certain amount of time to read them. I can't return them. I can't return them. Feel free to comment. I can't return these book. Well, I can't keep these books. So I have a finite amount of time to read through them and get them read. um, so that's why I buy them so that I have infinite amount of time. Anyway, hello, um, T Todd. Funny names, funny handles, names. By the way, right now I have a video premiering on my channel. It's the Venus-Jupiter conjunction for all 12 signs, and I'm going to actually tell you a little bit of the story of how I did that video. Because on my last Real Me podcast episode, I spoke about how I had insecurities about Spotify and getting episodes published on Spotify. Because I've been having those issues. I post an episode and it doesn't get published, and I have to get advisors to get those episodes on there. So I've been dealing with that kind of frustration. Hello, what? Hello, person. That's a weird comment. Uh-huh. Okay, is that meant to be sarcastic? Are you being sarcastic with me? Uh-huh. Funny comments. Wow. Those are some very, very funny comments. I do have to laugh at how charming that is. So, anyway, I'm not going to take any offense to that whatsoever to any business, trade, or corporation. But so, what else did I want to say? Oh, the podcast episodes. And if this does not work, like if the internet doesn't work, oh, interested. You're interested. Okay. Okay. It just from everything put together into one, it just sort of seemed a little bit. I don't know, but that's good. You're interested. You're not, have any, showing any bad intent or any negative thing toward me. So glad that you're tuning in. So I posted episodes there, and I had trouble because there was like a ingesting issue, like the episodes got ingested in the Spotify. And uh okay, no, the word that they used was ingested. I do believe it was the word they used. Invested means, well, you should know what that means. I shouldn't have to remind you what that means. it this has nothing to do with money or time or energy. I mean, I invested my time and energy into the podcast episodes that I did, and I put all the time and the energy and the work into doing it, and it didn't post. So I had to get them to fix the issue, and so I've just been having this insecurity with feeling anxious whether the episodes would post or not. And it was kind of to where it was kind of like Pluto. Pluto's retrograde right now. There's a lot of water in the sky, my last live stream. And Pluto is like the bad neighbor. The mad neighbor. Yes. Oh, I see several people are here now. Wow. Hopefully the chat just continues all throughout. Well, Pluto is like a bad neighbor. It really, really is. It's like knocking on your door saying, hey, 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 trying to get your attention over and over again until you answer the door. Like Pluto will knock and pester you to the ends of the earth until you answer that door. So Pluto did that to me in this episode, and I was meant to stop 24 minutes in because I yet again felt the insecurity and the uncertainty and the anxiety over whether it was posted or not. Because I care about these episodes getting posted. So, what I did was I stopped as soon as I was done with the Gemini horoscope. Paused the recording, went on to the help, the Spotify for creators, typed in my problem, like I have anxiety over whether these episodes will get published. And then while I was waiting for responses throughout, I did the Cancer horoscope, which was kind of on the shorter side compared to the others in there and the other videos that are, premiering. Interesting comment. Nim. N N M. N M. I have no idea what that even means. But assuming that this internet is working. I keep saying that. I'm not going to keep saying that. If the internet goes out during the stream, it is what it is, okay? I felt like coming out here. I felt like doing this. That's how it is. I'm standing close to my house. If I were to go down by the tree, then it would probably disconnect most likely. So I'm trying to stand still in the same place. But I asked the advisor. They said, that they assured me that the episodes will get published and that sometimes it may take longer for them to get published. Sometimes it may take a couple minutes, may take an hour or something like that, but they eventually will get published, and that's what matters to me. Like, I don't care if it takes however long. All I care about, all that's more important to me is that these episodes get published on both platforms. Because I have just a couple followers over there, not very many, but I assume that people follow me over on Spotify, and you can follow me over on Spotify, those particular episodes. That's the only one of my podcasts that's actually on there. Sometime I'll put my music on there, I don't know. When I get a studio app and get it all fancy with the music editing, make it with my singing and all that. And, I do have this idea of having an intro for my 3 podcasts. An intro for my Cosmic Sky podcast, a video intro for my Real Me podcast, which is the more authenticity-based podcast, and the music podcast that I have, the music of recorded. I do have a plan upon, oh my goodness. What are these comments? Okay. I totally forgot what we were talking about. Okay, well, I've already said. Oh, okay. You clarified. What? These are some funny comments. Or doing fine, Queen. I don't know what that means. That's a weird comment. I'm not a queen. If you're commenting that, it should be a king. Oh, that's too funny. So, okay. Now, all right. So, I plan to have an intro for my 3 things. I think that's the point that I was making. But so anyway, pause that, and then once I got that taken care of, filled out a little questionnaire for how your service was on there. Sigh of relief. I could continue, and now I'm free. I am free now. I'm like out of the woods. From the end of May to the beginning of June, I was just in this really, really insecure, restricted place where I just couldn't be free because of this insecurity and this anxiety that I had. Now, once I got that clarified, I'm free. I can be my true self, and I can enjoy making podcast episodes again. I can know for confidently know that they are going to get published. Certainly know that they're going to get published. Now, the timing of when they are going to get published is uncertain. For instance, the episode that published today took a little bit longer, but it did get published. So what is uncertain is the time it takes for the episode to get published. What is certain, the episode will get published. Unless it's like a really weird thing or whatever, or fluke or whatever. The episode will get published. Okay? So I don't need to, and so I'm learning how to manage Pluto retrograde well, because when you ignore the Pluto retrograde shadows, when Pluto's knocking on your door asking you to, respond, they respond. Don't suppress Pluto. What? Oh, somebody new subscribed to me, and you subscribed. Okay, that's good. Okay. Okay. My question is, are you real? And how old are you? How old are you? Writing these comments to me. Like, I wonder what my target audience is when I do these live streams. I feel like they're much younger people. And, okay. I can say whatever I feel that I want to say. Less intelligent. That's what I feel. Okay? That's my perception based off of the comments that I just saw. Okay. So, anyway, just permission. You can get so self-conscious with what other people think of you and what others are going to think of you with what you're going to say. You just, this is my channel. I'm expressing my creative self, and so if I have something to say, I'm going to say it. I'm not going to beat around the bush around it. So, now, Pluto retrograde. Well, Pluto retrograde is really asking you to look at some stuff. So I got through that episode very, very insecure ways, feeling more secure about that. I'm anxious to read the comments that come up next. Okay. This is I didn't expect to get all these comments all of a sudden. Wow. Oh, I'm anxious to read this. Okay. This is where we're crossing the line. Okay, I have to draw a line because I just received this comment say, okay. Wow. This is going to a whole nother level. I mean, on my own live stream, am I really receiving these comments? I mean, I am not the kind of person to be receiving these kind of comments. Okay, so I have a tablet and a phone, and my mom broke my tablet, and I'm on my phone. I was so mad I almost slapped her because my phone is slow. Wow. I'm probably not going to be able to answer all these comments, but the ones that I do see, I'm like, okay, then here's what you need to do. Okay. Be self-aware. Notice when you are feeling, okay, there's that anger again. Okay, there's that frustration again. And manage it. Or get another phone. Or it, if I'm reading this correctly, oh, okay. Ooh, ooh. Mm. I don't know how to even respond to that. That is, I'm speechless. Like, when I say, like, okay. This is a little bit of a mind twister for me, how I'm going to respond to this. I honestly don't know how to respond to that. But, okay, but what I can tell you is, I ask you, what did the heck that you did to have that happen? And second of all, what does that have to do with this? What is that situation? I mean, I can't speak for that situation because I'm not in your shoes and I'm not doing that. But what does it have to do with what I'm saying right here? You know, why would you write a random comment like, my mom broke my tablet and all I have is my phone and it's slow? It's like, what does it have to do with this at all? It's like these not at all comments that just don't have anything to do with what I'm saying. It's just ridiculous. Oh well. You know, that's the world for you. It's a very, very black and white place. You know, those kind of things do come up in live streams. And there's all these comments. So, okay. And I don't like being called bro. Okay, if you know me, then you're not, then, okay, I'm getting a lot of chat here in this live stream. Wow, it's very, very active chat. I don't like being called bro on my channel, and I wish I had enough of a community where I would have like moderators or people in my community to be on these live streams and tell you, stand up for me and say, okay, we don't use that language to ever. You know, we don't say bro. So I want to say that I don't like being called that. I don't appreciate being called that. It's just, it's like, I'm not the type of young man. I'm not that type of person. I'm different than a lot of other young men my age. I don't produce the same kind of content. Look at all the other content that young men, people my age, are posting. I don't produce that kind of content. For that matter, I post a lot more often than they do. And a lot better content in my mind. More meaningful, I would say. And the other thing is, I mean, listen to how they speak. I do not speak like them, bruh, dude. That's just the stereotypical way that a lot of them speak. Like, I don't talk like that. That's not how I speak. Okay? Like, that's not who I am. And I'm not into the same type of music that they're into. Like, I'm into opera and uh, and Celtic folk, or and New Age music and all those kind of things like that. I'm not into rock or heavy metal or low quality, low vibration music, such as some of the things that they listen to. You've probably heard it before. Uh, it's really, really low, bad, really amateur, bad quality music that I'm just not a fan of at all. And I don't aspire to want to listen to that music. Like, I don't listen to that type of music. That's not in my value system. Now, what kind of comments am I getting now? Brethren. Well, pet rock. You're throwing me a pet rock. Don't throw me the pet rock. Don't underwhelm me. Just call me by my name. That's all I can say. Brethren. Do I have to ask, how old are you watching this? Because I'm thinking that you are in your teenage years, probably 13 to 17, 12, something or other. That you're probably, like, look at the title of this live stream. It's like, I titled this live stream something which it would sound like, okay, I have to ask you, are you interested in astrology? Because that's what I'm talking about today in this live stream, is astrology. That's what I'm discussing here. So you clicked on what you clicked on for a reason, and I'm here to talk about that. So are you interested? Because I just don't feel like the comments that I'm getting align with what I do and what I titled the live stream to be. So that's my real feeling on it. Well, actually, my name is Bridget, but I'm Hazel, and I'd like to have her name in my what? Have her name in my stuff. I don't know what you mean by that. Do you mean following her channel, or do you mean having her name on your wall in your room? I have no idea what that means at all. Okay. That is interesting. Okay, you're making me laugh. I was just scrolling. What? What? Scrolling? These comments don't make sense. Like, years ago, like, I listened to Loafing Girl. I listened to Loafing Girl, which is this thing that has like music to listen to. And I see the weirdest chat in those live streams. Like, are these even people saying this? or are they like bots who are saying this? Because I'm like, is this even real? I just like, it's just charming. It's just so charming. What I'm saying, I just have to ask, like, is it even real? I'm just laughing because it's sure. It's hilarious. It's just. Oh, you're really cracking me with all this. Really? Am I like that attracts those kind of bugs? My goodness. Okay. So be it. All right. So what I wanted to talk about here on this live stream, getting to my points that I wanted to make that I haven't gotten to just yet. Oh, you're talking to others in there. What? Okay, what is going on here? Okay, you're having this Okay, let me read through these comments. There's no little either. I'm just scrolling through all the live screens. What is going on here? Okay, what is this all about? Okay, what does all this mean? It's like, I'm really, really confused as to what you all are saying and what you all are talking about, which has nothing to do with what I am talking about here. Are you even my audience watching this? Oh my gosh, I wish I had a bigger following right now. I don't know what's going on, but I don't like the conversations that may be going on in the comments that have nothing to do with what I'm saying here, and I don't want that on these live streams. So I don't want to see that. Okay, I don't want to see comments that are just weird and I don't understand what the heck that they mean. And if you listen to me, then you will know how sort of, my mannerisms and how I go about. Like, no. Okay, I'm not the type of person. What's going on? What are you saying? I have no idea what you're talking about. Let me see what the comments are saying. We are an audience, not the one you want to, but this is entertaining. Okay. So it's entertaining. I have no problem with you finding that it's entertaining or not. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. You're all separate. You're all together in a room, watching this live together, or did you form an online group where you know each other, or okay. Well, yeah, I could spend time on this all day, but I trust that if you're here, you're interested in what I have to say, so I'm just going to say it anyway. And you can say whatever you want to say in the chat. It's just fine at this point. It's like, but okay, I take that back. Okay, like I don't get this stuff going on here. I wish I could see you because I'm not. It's not gelling with me who you really are coming through here. Anyway, so what I will talk about in a way that I'm rather expressing instead of expressing. Expressing means going against somebody, expressing something against somebody. So I'm just going to proudly claim it. Okay, I'm just going to proudly claim. Okay, finally, after all these years, I can say these things that I want to say. It doesn't have to be a pretend thing with my menton that I used to do pretend videos to them pretending to talk to people. Okay, now it's real. Okay, wow. Okay, after all these years. Wow, okay. I've stopped that and I'm not going to go back. So let's talk about Venus conjunct Jupiter. It happens June 9th. Venus conjunct Jupiter. This is an aspect which deals a lot with blessings. Venus is the planet of relationship, the planet of love, the planet of, all that you value, it's all that you like, all that you appreciate, all that you want to decorate your life with. And Jupiter is the expansion principle. Jupiter is, let's make everything bigger and blow it up and let's just have a party. That's Jupiter energy. It's optimistic. It's expansive. So when these are coming together in Cancer, and they came together August last year, they're coming together again. Next year, I think they'll be in Leo next year, I do believe. I have to get an ephemeris. I have to get an ephemeris when it's easy to read, when that I can see all the dates of when planets are transiting so that I don't have to do it the hard way and be able to see it. So I need to really, really consider getting that. This is kind of reminding me of that. So anyway, because if I am to do these videos and I need to sheet of reference to see all this stuff. So, because astrologers, a lot of astrologers have ephemerises. So, if I am to become one, then I will need an ephemeris. So, and is there any comments asking about what that is? What is going on here? Hazel, I have my... Okay. This is not your little group chat, okay? This is not your group chat. This is my live stream, what I'm talking about, and you're completely ignoring what I'm saying, and you're having a little side conversation with your own thing. Okay, this is not a group chat. Okay, if you want to have a group chat, do it on another thing, on another platform, okay? Like, engage with what I am saying, and don't talk to each other in the language that I don't understand. It's like, hello, common sense to do on a live stream. It's like, okay, like, okay, well, anyway, I have to proceed. Venus conjunct Jupiter in Cancer. Jupiter in Cancer is really about the home. We've looked at expansion around home, around feelings, around emotional nourishment. And so with these two coming together, blessings, abundance, good things, having fun, positivity, like these are the two benefic planets. Venus is the lesser benefic and Jupiter is the greater benefic in traditional Hellenistic astrology. So these two come together and every year, and fun fact, they're going to come together in Leo, maybe, possibly. And the last time they came together in Leo, Venus was retrograde in Leo and Jupiter was in Leo, beginning of August and July 2015. Just right before my Jupiter return happened, starting August 11th. Jupiter changed signs into Virgo and my Jupiter return card. So, anyway, just thought I'd just have that as a side note. All right. So, okay. Now, Venus conjunct Jupiter, blessings. Spend time at your home, spend time with family, do all that, spending time with family. Giving yourself emotional nourishment, giving yourself emotional comfort, giving yourself joy. Do I need to report this? Are you even hearing me right now? Are you even hearing what is coming out of my mouth, or are you just not with me? Okay? Engage with, if you're going to comment, engage with what I'm talking about. Okay? It's like, that's what you do on live streams. You do not talk with amongst yourselves in a group that I'm like, hello, I'm here, and this is my live stream, but you're all engaging in this other thing. Like, okay, this is not okay. Understand the difference between a live stream and a group chat. Okay. This is not a group chat. This is my live stream, so engage with what I'm saying here. Not talking amongst yourself and doing all this. Like, I have to be the disciplinarian here. I have to be the teacher. I have to be the one yet again. It's like, who does that? Who does that? Oh my gosh. Whatever. What's gonna, how it's gonna happen is what's gonna happen. But at least I guess I got my wish. I guess I got my, getting chat throughout the live stream. Well, gosh darn it. How about those apples? Okay. So Venus conjunct Jupiter in Cancer. Nourish yourself. Have emotional comfort. I discussed that deeper in the 2 videos. If you want to check those 2 videos out, the 12 sign video is premiering today on my channel. So if you want to check that out, it's there tomorrow. I will be doing the next aspect that I will be discussing. Uranus square the nodes. Okay. Uranus in astrology is the Great Awakener. It brings disruption. It brings change. It brings chaos. It's sort of an astrology that I follow defined as like you have a chessboard and you're just flipping everything over. Uranus, square the nodes, is a karmic choice point for us to evolve and change, where the direction that our soul may be leading us may be very, very different from what we also feel called to. So we're feeling split, like there's a psychological, spiritual split inside of us. We're like, I don't know which direction to go down. I don't know if I should be communicating or engaging with information or engaging the world, or I should be retreating and going inside myself and um, tapping into my intuition, introspection, peace, spirituality, and that I should be releasing tendencies of being overly obsessive over the details, overly logical, overly mental, not crazy, but mental, intellectual, with being, because it's Saturn and Virgo, can really be get into analysis paralysis. Can be really be obsessive over the little things, and be so critical of itself, and always rush. Like Virgo, oh my gosh, I just thing against Virgo because it is just not as grounded as Taurus and Capricorn. It's this need to just rush, and it just drives me crazy because you don't need to rush. Virgo rushes, like with Virgo South Node, it's like there was a clock, and I'm against time, and I'm trying to fight against time. And if only everything would be perfect, and only the world was a clock, and I would be able to get my stuff done on time, at this schedule. Well, it doesn't work that way. And the universe has other plans for you. And it's about flexibility and going with the flow and surrendering the need to have your plans be followed to a T. Okay? Because when you create plans, God's going to laugh. And the universe is always in your favor, always knowing what's best for you. So, okay, I'm going to say this in a humble way, but in an honest way. If you find that, well, let's just say around this time your plans don't work out. If that should happen, I'm not a fear-based astrologer, but if the plans shouldn't work out, then if the plan shouldn't work out, then that plan was never meant for you to follow it in the first place. There was a higher universal truth for that plan to be followed through. There's something higher for you. There's something better for you. So I'm going to talk about some themes with Gemini: curiosity, adaptability, sort of chameleon qualities with Gemini tomorrow, because I did some of the aspects of Gemini. So I'll go deeper into tomorrow's podcast talking about the collective, and then June 8th will be the 12 signs for that. But basically, we need to just flow. And the remedy is to just flow into needing to surrender logic and needing to just do what feels right. And that may mean having to be uncomfortable, having to integrate a part that you're not integrating, having to bring together Uranus and the North Node, having to accept Uranus as your teacher, as your whatever, because Uranus is going to come along and it may be really disruptive, and it may like, whoa, I'm rocked off my shoulders and my chair flipped over and my life is disrupted, but it's all for your highest good. So we need to surrender to that. And I'm not going to say, oh, it's a bad thing, your plans are going to be all ruined, like the fear-based astrology stuff. I don't do that on my channel. I'm very positive. I do look at sort of the negatives, but I'm a very optimistic person when it comes to the astrology. So that's that. Venus into Leo is the next set of videos I want to do Tuesday and Wednesday. And Venus into Leo, oh my goodness, is that ever so passionate. It's like, think of you're in a castle with Venus and Leo, and you are looking at gold and crowns and luxury items or whatever. I mean, it can be that, but what it really is underneath these comments, my shoulders, my knees. My gosh. Are you even real? Are you even real? My gosh. Wow. Is there a report option here? I'm getting really, really pissed off. It's really funny. It's just so funny to me why you guys are not engaging with what I'm saying, and you're just saying all these weird things. It's just so funny why you're just saying all these things. You have to laugh because it's just hysterical. It's just hysterical, the comments that I've been getting in this live stream. My gosh, wow. The audacity. Wow. Okay, wow. I am just talking and you are not listening to me at all, but I'll trust that the right person who needs to hear this message will come on here and hear this later on. Obviously, you're not the right people because you're not engaging with what is coming out of my mouth right now. Okay, what is coming out of my mouth? Does nothing to do with head, shoulders, whatever. Oh, you are. Okay, well, that explains it. Maybe a lot of you are. Wow. Okay. Wow. Do I have an issue with this or what? I mean, good grief. Wow. This is... What? I'm listening to him. Trying to make my mom gifts. What are you... It's like, what planet are you living on? Like... Making your mom gifts? What does that have to do with anything? Really, really entertaining me today. Wow. My gosh. What have I opened myself up to? Okay. You had to have been a teacher at one point. Oh, me? Me? Are you talking to me? Well, I could be that. I could be that. If you're referring to me, then I could be that in you. W-O-U, not you, the letter. Well, I may become a teacher. Thank you for giving me that compliment. I do, I know that I speak well with things. I have a knack for that, and, a lot of Gemini in my chart, so that helps out with communication quite a bit. Maybe when I get older, maybe when I get older, really, really old, I'll have classes and I'll teach all these classes. So anyway, Venus and Leo. The point that I wanted to make with Venus and Leo is that you're expressing things from your heart. You're expressing things from your heart and soul. From your heart. I mean, loving from your heart and having a genuine connection to others. Not just an ego-based connection, like, oh my goodness, Leo and the ego. Okay, now we're getting into some negative territory there. But Venus in Leo at best is really, really genuine and loves deeply through the heart. It's really what it's about. And it loves very, very deeply, but not in a Scorpio way. It loves in a very, very passionate, heart-centered way. And we want to love in that way. I mean, we want to love in the heart and the you know in the like, is that heart-based connection really there? I mean, those are some things we could think about with that. And then next thing is the new moon in Gemini, which it's a time of communication. It's a time of going inside ourselves, journaling. Mm-hmm. Probably pull out my oracle cards today and play with them and journal with them. I want to do that today. To use somebody else's words that has recently come back. This is not my words, but these are not my words, but cuz fun and cuz can and cuz want to. Wow, okay. Very, very, liberated, and I really fully support what you've said. So, um, so I will do that cuz fun and cuz can, cuz want to. Okay. Um, the new moon. Go inside. Journal. Journal. Reflect. Write a new story for yourself. What is that new narrative that you want to carve out for yourself? Like, I'm done with the old story of who I am, of how I speak, of what I think about, or what I consider. And now I'm thinking about the new story, the new version of myself that I'm initiating, and I'm planting the seed for this, because new moons are all about planting the seed, setting new intentions, planting the seed for this new beginning when it comes to the story that I am telling about myself. What story, what narrative? Does it resonate with you? I mean, is this narrative true for you? Or is it just, well, I'm just kind of going along with what others told me to think and told me to do and told me that this is what I need to consider, and uh, and they're saying this about me, so therefore it's true. Like, this is Gemini's shadow. It's not having a sense of truth. Like, Gemini is the information, the data, and Sagittarius forms the belief in a truth from that information. So go to the opposite sign of Sagittarius to say, what new stories can I make about myself? That I can set new intentions that, okay, I'm not going to give into the old story, I'm starting fresh. Finally, I just want to jump right to the Chiron. Ooh, Chiron. I'm going to do videos on this, planning to do videos on this, I think, the weekend of the new moon. June 13th and 14th, I'll do my Chiron and Taurus episodes. Chiron and Taurus, yeah, I was reading about it, and it's not just about self-worth. It's more about the material things. The material, before I wrap this live stream up. I just want to make my last point here before I end this weird, all over the place live stream. Comments alone, not me. Oh my gosh. This is one for the books. So, Chiron and Taurus. Chiron and Taurus. It is a lot about, it's going to be bringing up a lot of, like, collectively, it could bring up a lot of wounds with how worthy are you to have these material resources? How worthy are you to have these physical resources? And, have these things and, live out these things. And it's really about the sense of security and sense of stability and self-worth that you have. That's Chiron and Taurus. It's really about healing wounds around self-worth. Ooh, Chiron's going to cross over my North Node. Oh my gosh, that's going to be really, really profound for me. over this period of time. It'll enter until September. It'll go back. I think September 17th is when it retrogrades back into Aries. April of next year, it'll fully enter Taurus again and not leave until 2033. So we have a good long while of Chiron and Taurus. This is actually the Chiron return because Chiron was discovered in, I think, November 1977 when Chiron has just entered Taurus. So had just entered Taurus at the time. So there's something about like money. I want to speak to this because I don't want to dismiss the astrology. I don't want to be, there is the possibility of the financial markets getting very unstable with money, things becoming scarce. There's the possibility of maybe a little bit more extreme weather, but I even that may be true, but I don't want to hash out the fear-based stuff. I want to keep it to the positive elements of what this transit is about. So those are the videos that I will be doing. And that's really it. Okay. You're obviously not the right people. Oh, well. Oh, wow. Wow. Well, that's a tricky one. I am thinking the answer would be 4 snowballs. Giant snowballs? Like the abominable snowman? I don't think that's... Come on. That's not realistic. What? How old are all of you? How old? I'm guessing around ages 9, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17. Children. I mean, I assume that you're all children viewing this live stream. Well, I'm not a child anymore. I'm a young adult. I'm 22 years old. And I have things to say. So, okay. That's not gonna happen. There's not gonna be 4 snowballs that's gonna come out. Before I wrap this live stream up, let me see what other stuff. Oh my goodness. I didn't look at the question. What about the... Okay. This is the weirdest live stream. What? Okay, you're all bots. You are all bots viewing this live stream. Okay, you're all bots because you... Hello, Earth, to all of you listening to this. Did you even hear anything that I was talking about for the past 20 minutes? Whoever. Like, oh my gosh. Well, there are some definite peanut butter, but thanks to good... What does peanut butter have to do with it? Okay, I've got to stop. I could spend forever reading through all these gazillion nonsense, ridiculous, frou-frou comments that have come in, but I'm not going to waste my time and energy to do that. It'll just show up in the chat after, and I'll get to read through at the end. I'm going to get off now. I've been on here long enough. I think that video is like almost done with its premiering right now. So I'll get off. Hopefully the internet worked, and I will see you whenever I do a next live stream, whenever I come again. And anyway, bye for now. And until I see you, I don't know the Italian words again. I'm over Curdy. Ciao.